lot of big days coming up this week. Marathon Monday, Patriots Day, and on a less cheery note, Tax Day. This is the second full tax season since the $1.5 trillion Trump tax cut of late 2017. Last year, most filers found some savings. This year, depends who you ask. Are you paying more this year than you did last year?
Yes, less than a refund.
For me, it's been a savings. I have 4 children, and I actually make more each paycheck. And then I also got my tax return I got back. I actually made more money than last year. So for me, it's worked out well.
I'm going to end up close to the same.
Close to the same.
But I think I can see how it can vary for people.
I'm actually not really expecting to get anything back.
I'm always under-audited, it seems. I've been under-audited for many years.
Do you think the president's taxes should be made available?
Yeah, I think it's more than reasonable. I mean, when you're the president, it's a public job. So I think transparency becomes more of a necessity.
I'm sure that Trump has had very good tax people. They're not going to find anything illegal.
I do feel that to some level, the executive branch is held to a certain amount of accountability. Yeah. And if no one's really keeping them in check, then there's not that accountability there.
All right, time now for our roundtable. We're joined by Democratic analyst Marianne Marsh and Republican analyst Pat Griffin. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. So, speaking of taxes and Ways and Means, Richie Neal, the U.S. House Ways and Means chair, was supposed to have President Trump's income taxes by now. Do you think we will ever see them, Marianne?
Yeah, it's the law. The fact is, in the law, it says the IRS commissioner shall, not maybe, coulda, shoulda, woulda, possibly, optional, no, shall do it. So ultimately, yes, but what people should realize is this is part of the overall stonewalling effort by Trump and Barr and everybody else regarding the investigation into Russian interference in the election.
Patrick, do you think we'll ever see them?
Not if the president has anything to say about it, and certainly not if Steve Mnuchin does. At this point, they're going to resist this. Look, the Democrats and this Russian thing have fallen with a thud. My friend here, who I have great respect for, and look, I am nobody who sits here and defends Donald Trump every time we're on the show, and people know that. The bottom line is, this thing has fallen with a. We'll see what Barr releases, we'll see what's in there, but at the end of the day, as Trump has said again and again, no collusion. And you know what? I don't think at this point people care.
No, they do care, and when they see the full Mueller report, not the redacted Barr make-believe,
how is that going to happen?
Thing.
Who's going to show us the full Mueller? Have you got that on the coffee table? Where is it?
Here's the fact. If Barr doesn't put it out, it will all come out because you know who can put it out? Mueller. And he will. And we'll see everything. And when, hold on, Patrick, hold on. Patrick, when you see the whole Mueller report, you're going to have to eat your words all day long, and the Republican Party will go down as a relapse.
Interesting about this is that
that you're wrong?
My microphone fell off. I'm sorry.
That's my case.
We do have to remember, there still is an investigation underway, at least one in the Southern District of New York that we know of. So it may be moot taxes because we think they're looking at some financial situations there as well.
It's all related because the Russians, and his taxes is Russian money. In the Mueller report will be Russian money. And there are multiple investigations still going on and multiple sealed indictments.
So what we have been, hang on 1 second though, I got to finish here. What we have here is Democrats continuing to pursue the only narrative they've had in this whole thing, which is one of the reasons why, whether you like Trump or not, he's going to get reelected, I'm afraid.
It is a precedent that there have been decades now of presidential candidates putting their taxes out there. And let's be honest, this is a man who has a lot of money and a lot of financial entanglements.
We've already adjudicated this argument in the Republican primaries in 2016. Trump never released them then. He's probably not going to release them now.
We can talk about this all day. Let's move on to the next one.
Let's move on. So we're seeing a lot more of Senator Ed Markey over the last 6-8 months. He was just out with Representative Lori Trahan to put out a new proposal to rein in the gas industry in the wake of the debacle in the Merrimack Valley, the explosions there. He's also been pushing hard the Green New Deal. He's staring down the lens of a re-election campaign. Marianne, what's up?
Well, Markey's here more because he wants to make sure what happened to Mike Capuano doesn't happen to him. Here's the challenge.
Will he be challenged in the primary?
If he is the primary, he could have a problem. The fact is, Ed Markey has been in the 40s in the poll numbers since he got this seat when John Kerry became Secretary of State. He has not budged from those numbers. If he had a primary, he could have a problem.
I think she's right, and she stole my line. It is a verb to be Capuano'd. And I think Ed Markey's worried about that. Trying to rub shoulders with younger, more interesting progressives in his party is good for him. He's on a couple of very important things. A little more spring in his step, he will be challenged.
Quickly, who's the challenger? Is it Moulton?
No, Moulton's dead. The rumor is Sonia Chang Diaz. But I don't know that she's actually going to run.
Okay, we have to take a quick break. Back with more of our roundtable right after this.